Folks, I'm already fighting with the dog. You gonna be a good boy? Oh no, I think he's gonna behave. All right. So, today we are going to draw. I don't know. Let's go with a turtle. Maybe a martial arts knowing turtle. So I drew a circle. This is where my head's gonna be, and I drew this shape right here, going here with the mouth, and then I'm gonna draw like angry mouth, like angry teeth. I saw this somewhere. I don't know what it was, but I saw like a shark and his teeth were kind of like that, and I thought that was kind of cool. So we're going to give this guy these jagged teeth just because they look cool. All right, and so this is our head. Going to have the cheek right here, bottom of the mouth right here, right? And all right. You got his eyes. Gonna do this right there for that part of the eye. And then I'm gonna do that. And I kind of want to draw the other eye, but I'm just gonna have to cut it off right there. And do that. The knot for the face mask. Like that. Alright, he's got his turtley head. Boom, some little dots. Then little fabric like that. Alright, maybe a couple little lines like that. And I like to crisscross the bandana like that, right? We can draw a shoulder right here. Give him muscle, bicep, tricep. Because our turtle's been at the gym. Alright, we got elbow right here. Gonna give him some gloves, and I have a feeling we're gonna put him on a motorcycle. I think that would be cool. So I got his hand like that. Alright, gonna go like that because he's got a shell on his back, so we're gonna draw that circle right there to show the shell. Alright, and little thumb, maybe a handlebar right there. Alright. And gonna go with this, the forearm. Alright. It's gonna have the handlebars here. I'm gonna start constructing the motorcycle so I can figure out where exactly I'm gonna put the other hands. So I'm just gonna draw a big headlight here. Alright, we got the forks of the motorcycle here. Maybe this part right here that covers the front tire like that. And now I can actually start drawing this part because we're going to have that guy right there. So now we got that arm established, and maybe I'm going to actually not do this part, and we'll just leave that like that. Alright. Alright, then we got this. We got the knee. And back of the leg. Alright, we got his foot. And our turtles have two toes. Like that. Alright. So then we're going to want to draw the gas tank. Alright, the seat. And start adding some details for the tire. This is the arm. Alright, then we got the shell. And they always had a karate belt, which is kind of interesting. Our Ninja Turtles always had karate belts. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start inking this guy. See what it looks like. But it's just a quick sketch. Alright. So he's got his teeth. And one thing, I'm always rushing with this pen, but if you actually go slower, you're going to let more ink flow through. That'll actually give you thicker lines. And the thicker a line is, the less wavy it can be. Now you kind of have to, you know, not, you know, you got to keep your hand pretty straight so you don't have wavy lines to begin with. But if you go slower, it's going to give you nice thicker lines. One thing though, the slower you go, really the more time you're giving, the more opportunity you're giving your hand to kind of like go off track. Alright, we're going to do this for the eye, this for the eye, and I'm going to do the mask. Boom, 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 little dot, and I hope you guys are getting plenty of practice and coming up with ideas, because I would hope that I'm encouraging somebody out there to kind of just feel more comfortable enough to draw so they can make their own comic book. You can see how you can easily just come up with an easy character that you're, you know, it won't be too painful drawing over and over again, because sometimes you'll draw a picture for a story you're working on and that picture's just not right, so you gotta draw it over. It's gotta be just right. But you can also just draw a simple picture, and you'll get there eventually where you can draw more complicated pictures, kind of like Tom McFarlane, Jim Lee, Alex Ross, some of those cool, amazing artists that are just super detailed with the stuff they do. Alright, boom. And that's a really cool thing about anime is, despite how simple the drawings are, they're so expressive. You know, they just get right to the point and they're very efficiently drawn. So you don't need any more, and you don't feel like you're missing anything. Alright. So you can see I started working on the abdomen, and he's coming out pretty cool. Yeah, this turtly little guy. He is cruising on this motorcycle. I wonder where he's going. Maybe he's just rushing to the arcade. Maybe he's trying to get to Taco Bell. I know they like pizza, but I'm sure they don't mind tacos either. I didn't give him a belt, and I'm not planning to. I kind of just want to get this picture somewhere near completion, because we are at the 8-minute mark, and I think we're cruising. We're doing good. And as you can see, I'm moving this around. That way, as I'm drawing my lines, I can see exactly where I'm headed. Sometimes I try to do it blindly, and it doesn't come out well. That foot came out pretty cool. Alright, gas tank. Boom. Motorcycle seat. Boom. erase some of this. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I always like rush and color it in, and I'm just going to see if I can just do some shading and make it look cool. So, going with the mouth, coloring it all in. I got this bicep over here, so I'm going to shade it in, shade it in, shade it in. Like that. A little bit on the nose. Like that. This part of the shell I'm going to darken. Alright, a little bit of the abdomen and the chest. Alright. Maybe this is what I'll do with most of my pictures. I'll just do some light shading just like this. I think we're done. And I know I didn't draw all of the bike, but I'm cool with that. I really like what we have going here. So, I guess the last thing I could do is just... I got a piece of metal here. Can go like this just to finish this drawing off. You know, normally I would want to do this with a ruler, but and actually the best thing to do is to actually start from here so I can exactly see where my previous line was. It's a good way to finish this video off. So you can see I'm just drawing all these straight lines and just trying to keep them parallel with one another, and I'm trying to keep the spacing relatively close. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it helps. I keep breaking my tip doing this, and we're almost there. No! You know what it is? It's the edge of this piece of metal is sawing through my lead tip. And sometimes it's actually good to be irregular with these lines because it makes it seem like, you know, it's not just a color fill. It's like maybe there's something in the background that made certain areas lighter while some other areas are congested. So I'm going to make these more closer together. And yeah, next time I'll use a regular pencil for this. The mechanical pencil lead is just too thin. It's no match for the metal edge, because this is a piece of metal I cut on a bandsaw. I'm going to lie about some of these lines because I missed a few. Alright, a few seconds left. We're almost there. Alright, and there you go. There's your motorcycle dude running or driving. Alright, hope you enjoyed the show. I don't know, is this a show? Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I can't wait to see your drawings. See you guys next time.